What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. The topic for today is how to become outrageously successful with women. All right. So, outrageously successful. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, to be honest with you, outrageously successful to me that's subjective, right? Each person may have a different image of what outrageous success with women looks like. So let's just define that as becoming the man who gets the exact results with women that he wants, right? So if you want to be the kind of guy that just has an abundance of women around, okay, cool. Or you want to be the type of guy who has a rotation of women he's seeing consistently, oh, cool. You want to be the type of guy who's basically dating his dream girl or, dating a girl of high caliber, okay. Whatever outrageous success with women looks like to you, I'm going to give you a path you can take to get there, right? You've been told, I'm sure you've heard, oh, make a lot of money, be good looking, get a lot of status, right? There's, and there's some truth to all of those. But there's a different path that you can take, and this is the path that I took unknowingly, okay? I've also, took those other paths in the sense that I believe a man should maximize all areas, right? You should make as much money as you can. You should max out your looks to the best of your ability. You should increase your status, right? And these other things I talk about. You need to become more grounded in your masculinity, right? More able to express yourself authentically, more of a leader. Yes, you should do those things, but there's a deeper way to look at this, and I see this as becoming a man of high frequency, right? High frequency. So what does that mean? It's becoming a man who your energy is just at a higher frequency than everybody else. You're at a higher vibe, a better vibe than everybody else, in the sense that you feel better than everybody else. You're feeling better emotions, right? Your day consists of better vibes than most people, okay? And it needs to be like this, like self-fulfillment, meaning your vibe and your frequency needs to be dependent on you, not what's going on externally. So you actually want to get to this point where you literally can look at a woman and truly believe that there's nothing she can give you that you don't already have. When you get to that point, that's when women start responding to you in a very positive way, because now it's like you become this, what I call a king in their eyes. You become a king, you become a beast, you become you're on a different level, because now you're not like every other guy who's literally approaching a woman because they need something from her. They need her love, they need her validation, they need her attention, they need her sex, they need her whatever. You literally want to become this guy who's already walking around with this vibration, this frequency of someone who already has everything he needs, and he's not seeking anything. And what I found is we got to look at these feelings, these emotions that we need to start working on from a inner perspective, not outer. So some of these emotions we want to look at love, self-love. You really want to amplify self-love. You really want to, and it may sound, I don't know how this is going to sound to you, but you need to fall in love with yourself. Like literally you need to just love yourself so much that you really just don't need love anywhere else. And this is not easy to do, okay? But, if you want to get outrageous success with women, this is, a path you can take. And I'm telling you, it's very powerful. Because not only will women start responding to you better, so will men, so will everyone, so will animals. Dogs will respond to you better when you. So high frequency. So instead of going for money man, or as I said, you should maximize all these areas, but the main one focus on is high frequency, good vibes. How can I feel better than the woman I'm approaching? How about that? Because we're all looking for feelings. We all want to feel better. That's why we do what we do. We're trying to get a certain feeling. So what happens when you become the man who already has the feelings that everybody's seeking. You already feel good. You're already happy. You're already peaceful. You're already full of love. You're already full of joy. You're already full of gratitude. You're already full of harmony. You're already all these great emotions that everybody's running and chasing around to get. Imagine you already experiencing these things. So that's what you want to focus on, because when you have these emotions, now people are going to try to get it from you. People are going to try to want to talk to you. They're going to want to be around you. They're going to vie for your attention, because when they get around you, they get to experience those emotions, those good feelings, those good vibes. They get to experience, because it's contagious, right? Your energy is contagious. That's why if you have bad vibes, you repel people. People try to run when they see you, because they don't want to feel bad feeling. Like if a woman's avoiding you, avoiding conversation, or avoiding your text, shit like that, it's because there's a feeling there that she doesn't want to feel, right? If it's a good feeling, she's not going to avoid that. Like if it feels good, she's going to text you back. That's why when you communicate, you want to create feelings. You want to create a sense of urgency for someone to want to communicate with you. So what I found is high frequency is a way to do that, and it's a path that most people, there are some people who are taking this path, but a lot of guys don't know that this path can make you more attractive to women. When you raise your frequency, when you raise your vibe, they start responding to you a lot differently. Like I'm comparing, because I'm the guy who went out and did cold approach. I went out and approached women, and the difference between the amount of efforts I had to put in to get results with cold approach when I just started versus now, it's a huge difference. Now, I can just go out and just kind of just be. When it comes to cold approach, before I had to like hustle. I had to go out and approach every girl and to get some results. And now it's just, I just go out and vibe. And I know if I set the intention of, I want to pick up some girls today, or I want to meet some women today, whatever. If I set that intention, I just relax and just vibe, it happens. I meet some amazing women, right? Where I attract some amazing women. Or some women come around me or whatever, and I get to decide, where I want to go with the interaction. Do I want to vibe with them, or do I want to get their number, or do I want to just keep it moving? Like it becomes interesting when you raise your frequency. It becomes interesting because you really get to this point where you're like, I really don't need anything from anyone. It gets very interesting because now you're like, you literally start feeling like a king. But it's not like an ego thing. It's just like you become self-fulfilled, like you're just good. Now, how did I get to this point? Now that's the interesting part, and I'm sure that's what you want to know. Okay, Trey, high frequency, high vibe. How do you get there? So what I've found, if you want to get to this place, you have to really focus on creating a day, and I want to say not just a day, like your daily lifestyle. It needs to consist of activities, events, people that all revolve around the emotions and the feelings you want to feel throughout the day. So for example, some of the emotions I want to feel throughout my day, I want to feel powerful. I want to feel self-respect. I want to feel self-love. I want to feel peace, joy, fulfillment. I want to feel excitement sometimes. So I look at these emotions and these feelings that I want to feel throughout my day, and then I ask myself, what do I need to do within my day to experience these things? But I don't think about in the sense of who do I need to experience these things? No. What is the kind of man I need to be to experience these things? So for me, I've literally set up my day in such a way. For me, waking up at 4 a.m. each morning, this makes me feel powerful, right? There's another one I missed, confident, right? This makes me feel powerful. This makes me feel confident, right? This makes me feel like a man. because I said I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and I got up at 4 a.m. When I don't get up at 4 a.m., what do I feel like? I feel like shit, man. I feel like a pussy, right? It's not like, okay, I didn't wake up at 4 a.m., the world ended, but it's because I said the night before I was gonna get up at 4 a.m. It's like I want to be a man of my word. That's when I feel strong. That's when I feel powerful. That's when I feel confident. That's when I feel good about myself, is when I'm actually being a man of my word. You see, it's the character. We need to design a character, and we need to be that character. That's where true joy, true peace, high frequency, high vibes, good feelings comes from, is you being the man that you truly want to be. So maybe approaching women is because the way I see it, approaching women helped me to build my confidence and helped me to become the man I am today. But it wasn't about the women. It was about me going and approaching the women, because that's not easy to do. It's not easy to experience what they call approach anxiety, and despite feeling that, you still go and approach the woman and put yourself out there. It's not easy going up to a woman and getting rejected and then taking that rejection and then going and talking to another woman. It's not easy doing that consistently over time. But when you do it, you feel powerful. You feel strong. You feel confident. It builds character. You get a sense of peace because you realize that you are responsible, in the sense that you have some power here. Cold approach, going out and approaching women, gives you power. It tells yourself, it reinforces this idea that you can make shit happen. You can take the initiative. Like, you don't have to wait around for things to go your way. You can actually go and make shit happen. Now, I don't force things, right? So it's not like, okay, if I go out and approach 10 women, if I say, okay, I'm gonna go out today and I'm gonna go and approach 10 women, right? And I approach 10 women and I don't get a number, it's not like I'm out there, okay, so now I need to do 10 more and then 10 more and then, no. It's about me being the man that I said I'm gonna be. If I said I'm gonna approach 10 women, it's about me doing what I said I was gonna do. It's not about whether I got the woman or not. I know that if you build up your character and do these things, become grounded in your masculinity, more authentic in your expression, more of a leader, work on your archetype, make your archetype sexy, and now this path that I'm talking about, you focus on becoming more high frequency, high vibe, good vibes, of course you're gonna get women. That's a given. But it's about the type of man you become through the process, right? That's why it's so much easier for me to get women now than it was in the beginning, because of the type of man I've become now, right? In the beginning, I was taking more action. I was approaching more women, stuff like that. But it was requiring a lot more effort because I wasn't at the frequency I'm at right now. You see what I'm saying? It's a frequency, it's a vibe, it's an energy. And this frequency consists of the emotions you're feeling. Like, if you can approach a woman and you're in this great place of self-love, self-expression, peace of mind, self-respect, you know what I mean? All these great these great emotions. If you approach a woman with these emotions, the chance of her responding to you positively are a lot higher, because she's gonna feel those emotions, right? And that's what you want. That's what's really going on here, is energy exchange. When we communicate to people, that is literally all that's going on here. When a woman sizes you up, she's literally checking your frequency, man. She's checking your vibe. Okay? And then if she can't feel your vibe, then that's when it gets shallow. Now she's gonna, okay, she can't feel your vibe, so now she's just gonna base it off of your looks. Okay, let me look at how he looks and see, how good he could potentially be, because she's looking at your looks, because she knows, okay, certain good-looking guys, they get away with a lot more shit. So that's why the looks thing will help, right? Because, and I've spoken to women about this. They say, okay, the reason why good-looking guys get women, a big part of it, or at least a decent part of it, is because their looks overshadows everything else. Like, the looks helps the woman to forget about all the shit he's doing wrong. But I'm not trying to be the kind of guy that needs something for women to see, to blind women from my weaknesses. No, I'm the type of man that I don't want any weaknesses. I work on my weaknesses. I bring them up. Okay, I used to be a quiet guy. I got rid of that shit, or not a quiet guy, but like a shy guy. I used to be a shy guy, meaning I was afraid to speak up. I worked on that shit. I improved that. I used to be passive. I learned how to be assertive. I used to be too serious. I learned how to be playful and not so serious and focus more on being sincere, right? I used to be, what else? I used to not be a leader. I used to be, I was more of like a passive leader. I had to learn how to be an assertive leader. And so I was a leader in the sense of I would go my own way. I didn't necessarily want to follow people, but I wouldn't step up into that leadership role. Now I've learned how to step up into the leadership role and lead. Okay, these are things that used to be weaknesses, and I worked on them to turn them into strengths. I don't want to be the guy that's like relying on one thing to get women, and then if that thing disappears, now I'm doomed. I'm not. No. So this idea of being high frequency, man, I'm telling you, is very powerful. Focus on living a life with the emotions that are attractive to others. There's certain emotions that everyone is trying to get. They're trying to get peace of mind. They're trying to experience self-love. They're trying to experience, what else? Joy, happiness, gratitude. So these are what the emotions we need to focus on. And we need to focus on fulfilling these emotions for ourselves, not trying to get it from someone else, right? And to me, the best way to do this is just to have certain actions you're taking throughout your day that create these emotions. For me, it's waking up 4 a.m. in the morning, listening to positive affirmations each morning, doing my workout every single morning, doing a cold shower, writing my goals down, being thankful and grateful, like getting into a place of gratitude. Thank you for this day. Thank you for another opportunity to be alive. Thank you for another opportunity to work towards my goals. Thank you for the people in my life who support me. Thank you for my health. That you start becoming thankful. What is going to do? This is raising your frequency. You start feeling better. This idea of raising your frequency is almost like you're becoming higher than everybody else. Like, think about if you drink, right? When you get drunk, it's like you kind of get in this state where you just feel real good, depending on what you drank and the situation, stuff like that. But I remember when I used to drink a lot, I would get in this place where I feel real good. But I always was interested in how can I get to this place where I feel real good without the alcohol, without smoking the weed, or without the, you know what I mean? So that's the practice here. We want to get really good at raising our frequency, at getting in these good emotions. And then when we go and approach the woman, these emotions we'll radiate these emotions, and a woman will feel it, and that will be the value that she wants. She wants those emotions. She wants to feel that. You see what I'm saying? But it needs to be grounded. What does grounded mean? If she responds to you negatively, your emotions can't all of a sudden disappear. You see, that's the weakness. A guy can be feeling great, right? He feels good. He feels amazing. Then he approaches a woman. She rejects him, and now he loses he goes into this negative state. Oh, I have no self-worth. Oh, that is not attractive. That's not being grounded. That's not you really embodying these good vibes. That's you being easily broken by a woman just saying no. There's no strength in there. That's not attractive. It's not powerful. There's nothing cool about it. And so we want to get to this place where we are already whole. So no one can poke holes into us. We're too powerful in the sense of we've embodied these qualities so much. And there's levels to it. So that's why you have to put yourself out into the world. I use cold approach because I get to go and test. I get to go and test where I am in my groundedness. Like I go and check myself. I go and check my ego. Sometimes, I feel a certain type of way. I'm feeling good. And then I go out and I approach some women and I get rejected and I feel a little sting or whatever. Or I feel a little cut to my bottom. I'm like, wait, hold on. Trey, is you seeking a little validation there? What's going on here? You're caring a little bit too much about her opinion. How is she able to how is she able to cut your vibe? It shouldn't happen. So that's why I like cold approach, because you can go out and test and see where you are in regards to maintaining your frequency and maintaining your vibe and maintaining these good emotions, right? So this is the path, man. This is you could call it a spiritual path. You can call it a conscious path, whatever. But really what's going on here is everybody's trying to get these certain emotions, right? And if you can embody these emotions that everyone is seeking, you'll become more attractive, okay? And you can take your dating life to any level you want. Because now when you approach these women or when you get around women, all you got to do is just be, man. All you got to do is just express. And don't seek anything from it. Like, become self-contained, right? Self-fulfilled. Like end this idea that you need something from anyone. You don't need shit from anyone. You're not missing out on anything. No one had, you know what I mean? You don't need anything. You focus on your character. These things that I do, I go out and approach women. Somebody asked me the other day, why would a man approach a woman? I told you there's so many reasons, man. It builds your character. You learn how to deal with the fear of rejection. You learn how to deal with feminine energy. You learn how to deal with tension. You learn how to you build your social skills. You learn how to be more proactive as a man. There's so many benefits. I didn't even say anything about you get the woman, right? The getting the woman is always, to me, going to be the icing on the cake. It's not the cake, okay? It's the icing on the cake. There's so many, benefits of being a proactive man that goes and gets what he wants, right? Like if you see a woman you think she's attractive, just the act of you approaching her and saying hello, respect. When I see a man approach a woman, I don't give a shit if he gets her number or not. Respect. Because I know, I know the approach anxiety is coming up or that he's facing some tension and he's still doing it. Respect. Okay? And if he gets rejected, I love to see when a guy gets rejected and the guy stays positive. More respect. If he gets rejected and then he starts calling the girl names and telling her, oh, you're ugly anyway and shit like that, I'm like, okay, that dude's lame, right? How you gonna approach a girl and then tell her, oh, you're ugly anyway? That's so, that's lame. But when a guy can get rejected and still keep it moving, that's a man. That's a guy I'd want on my team. Like if I'm going to war, if I'm gonna play, go in a sport or, I need a teammate for something, I need the guy who can hold his frame. I need a guy that's gonna stay in character. I need a guy that's not gonna break, right? So, approaching women, man, it just does a lot for you as a man as far as your confidence and your character. It's not even so much about the women, like it's great getting women. I'm telling you, it is great. But it's the man you become by going through this process, okay? You become so much more confident. You start giving less fucks. You become more relaxed. You become more grounded, right? And these qualities, they affect all areas of your life. You're going to do better when it comes to making more money. You're going to be a better, more influential. You're going to be a better leader. You're going to have stronger character, right? People are going to respect you more, right? People are going to listen to you more because they can feel your vibe. They can see your attitude. They can see that this is someone of strength. This is someone of power. This is not a sheep. A wolf just showed up. A lion just showed up. But not like a wolf that's like a bully. It's just a powerful animal. It's a powerful animal. It means that don't fuck with him. Because there will be consequences. Show some respect. Like that's what you want as a man though. You want to show up and people are like, yo, respect that dude because, he's not the guy that you want to test, okay? And even if you test him, you can't test him. Right? He's just going to look at you and laugh in your face. Like that, that's why I love the Joker. Because to me, the best response to someone who's trying to, test you or try you or whatever is just to laugh in their face and not say anything. Not even respond. Like show them that they have zero effect over you. Like in the Batman movie when Batman I love that scene when he's beating the shit out of Joker and Joker's just laughing. Or there's another scene where he's dangling Joker over the ledge like, oh, Joker's about to die and shit. And he's like, you won't kill me or some shit like that. That is, man, to me, that is the ultimate response. Because the person's basically saying, I'm not resisting anything. That means you have zero effect over me. And when you get to this point with women, that's when they want you. It's such a strange thing, but it's like when you just don't really care, and not that you don't care in the sense that you don't care about the woman, like her soul, knowing that this is a spiritual being. Like, you do care as a spiritual being, but you are not, your self-worth, your your image of yourself, your self-esteem, your vibe, your frequency is not going to be destroyed by her reaction to you, right? Like, it's normal okay, look, I'm not saying that I get rejected and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rejected. Like, no, I'm not like that. But what I'm saying is, if I get rejected, it's like somebody flicking my arm. That's about it. It's like, okay, have a great day. On to the next, continue my life, right? It shouldn't be like, I remember in the beginning when I used to get rejected, it would throw me off the whole day, Like when I just started going out to approach women, I would approach one woman maybe, and if that woman would reject me, I would end up just walking around for hours, like trying to muster up some courage to talk to another woman, because I was so crushed by that rejection. That woman that rejected me, she has too much power over me. That there's no woman or no man should be able to say no to you and your whole spirit is crushed. That's weakness, right? So weakness is unattractive. Women are actually, they're designed to like seek out your weakness and find it. And then they use that to measure you up to other men. Like, okay, I see his weakness. All right. And then, and they may end up using you. Now, and it's not even like they're trying to use it. It's just, that's how they're wired, right? They're wired to get value, to seek value and get access to it to the best of their ability. So if they find a weakness, they're gonna go for it. And I don't see this as a bad thing. I see this as an opportunity to find my weaknesses, because sometimes we don't even know where our weaknesses are. So when she pokes at your weakness and you see it, don't run away from it. Don't resist it. Just see it and be like, okay, I need to work on that. Right? Like, if she says something to you and it stings you, like it hurts, you got to be like, oh, wait, why does that hurt so much? What's going on there? Like, is there something I need to address in my character? Is there something, maybe some past trauma, whatever? It's like you gotta work on yourself, And the more you work on yourself, the more whole you become, the more secure. Like, that's what we really want to achieve here, is security. We want to get as secure as possible. We don't want to be walking around as a man, insecure man. That's not cool, man. It's not respectable. We want to walk around secure, untouchable, unbreakable. Okay, but there's levels to it, right? But you have to actually work on this. It's not something that's just gonna, hopefully one day I wake up and I'm untouchable. Like, no, you have to actually build that up, right? So I use cold approach, because cold approach is not easy, man. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's not easy. Going out and approaching women that you don't know and picking them up, that shit is not easy. However, it can get easy if you raise your frequency, which I'm talking about in here. It's like, if you raise your frequency, you get to this place where, because here's what happens when you feel real good, when you feel like you are self-fulfilled, meaning at your core that there's nothing any woman can give you that you can't give yourself. When you truly get to that point, and as I said, there's different levels to that. So that's why, for example, if you approach a woman you don't find attractive, notice how you feel around her versus a woman you find attractive. A woman you find attractive, you're going to be more, less secure, less grounded in your masculinity, because you're reacting to her because of her beauty. Like, oh, she has replication value. Like, that's what's going on subconsciously. Right? Oh, she has, and we try to just understand it consciously, but subconsciously that's what's going on. She's demonstrating replication value. That means if you have sex with her, your lineage continues, right? She's demonstrating like healthy replication value, in the sense that the more beautiful she is, it's assumed, your body is assuming that, okay, it's a higher chance of having healthy children with her. So that's why you react to her. You don't have control over that shit. It's gonna happen. You see an attractive woman, it's gonna happen. But what I'm saying is, the more you get to this place of self-fulfillment where you just really truly understand that you just don't need any woman, like in the sense of you have an abundance mindset. So you know one woman is one woman. Guys mess up because they look at one woman and they're seeing her as the world. Like, oh my goodness, if this one woman says no to me, I'm doomed. No, this is one woman out of 7 billion. If she says no, that means you have 6,909,000,000 left to, you know what I mean? Like, the point is, it's like, we got to understand, like, the reality of what's going on. Like, this is a huge universe we live in. A huge universe we live in, man. With so much opportunity, so much abundance. This scarcity mindset is what's controlling us. Making us think that, oh, if the person says no, then, oh, man, no, there's no more opportunity. There's so much opportunity out there. Too much, actually. And the more we remind ourselves of this, the more power we have. Right? And we can relax and just enjoy. Like, I believe one of the main things that I'm practicing right now that I think is important is this ability to just enjoy the journey of life. Stop trying to, oh, I don't have this, so I'm not happy. That's so stupid, man. You get every time you get the next thing, then you're gonna want the next thing. Like, it's a trap. Like, just relax and just enjoy every single moment. That's where I'm at right now. It's like, I'm done with this, oh, I need this to make me happy, and I need this to get to achieve success, and then that, and then but I don't have that, so I need this next. And I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I'm good. Okay? I'm just gonna vibe. I'm just gonna live. I'm not forcing any shit, man. Okay? I'm just gonna express. I believe we were put on this planet to express. Not depress, not impress. Express. And the more we do that, the better we feel, man. So that's the goal, man. It's like high frequency. Like, yeah, you can work on making a lot of money. Yeah, you can work on putting on muscles and stuff like that. Yeah, you can work on raising your status, and you should do all these things. But I'm telling you, I believe what beats all of that is high frequency. The guy who shows up with the highest frequency, meaning the best vibes, I believe if all these men step in, the richest man in the world steps into a building or steps into a party, the highest status man in the world steps into a party, the best looking man steps into a party, and the highest frequency man, meaning the guy experiencing the best emotions in the world, steps into the party. I guarantee, or if I could bet my money, I would bet on the high frequency guy. He's going to do the best with women. I'll put my money on that. Because the high frequency guy can show up when the big money guy is talking to the women. The high frequency guy is going to show up with this vibe of, I don't care how much money you have. I am so happy. I am so fulfilled. I'm so peaceful. I don't want your money. I don't care. I would never trade places with you. When that guy shows up, that's a, what do they call it? AMOG. There's an energy to that. The women are going to feel it, and their attention is going to go to the high frequency guy. I'm telling you, because I've seen it. I've seen the guy show up who you think is going to get all the women, and then the guy with good vibes shows up, and that guy loses quick, very fast. So I'm telling you, if you work on frequency, you work on your vibes, you can beat anybody. But what's deadly, and which is what I recommend, is you work on everything. Just know that the best one, or the one you should focus on the most, is high frequency. But you should be hitting all of them. The more you hit, the more attractive you become. Right? So anyway, that's the video. Hope this was helpful. If you're a man watching this and you want to become unbreakable in your self-confidence, you want to become high frequency, high vibes, join the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. I'll leave a link to the group in the comment section. I'll see you inside. Peace.